Hi, this is Charlie giving you Wednesday's trading thoughts, or should I say Thursday, because I'm actually recording this a day late on Thursday. And this week I've been given some fodder because Kim said to me, I was speaking to Kim earlier on, he said, "Oh, Charlie," he said, "we've had some questions coming through on our YouTube channel in relation to your euro dollar positions. And it looks like someone is a little bit skeptical about your positions. So let's just go through this." I think this has come through on the back of the last video. Maybe it was one of the videos that I did where it says Charlie's up £7,000 today, Friday's live trading. I don't go on to our YouTube channels very often, so if if you're watching our videos on YouTube, then you're best to come on and put a question on our site, because against the same video, which are stored on our site as well, because then I see them. I don't go onto our YouTube channel to see them, and if Kim doesn't notice them either, then your questions may not get answered. So anyway, that's just a side note. Go to our website, and if you're going to raise a question, by all means do that. You can raise questions on the YouTube channel, but it may take us a while to get back to you. So anyway, this person has kindly sent some questions in. So B. Adams, it was a week ago. "Hi, could you please confirm if I have this correct? One of the euro dollar positions took at 104.58 was the low on the 11th of Jan. I don't know if that's entirely correct, but no, it's not. That trade was actually taken on the 3rd of January, so this person's already got that wrong. The thing is, when you're trying to just follow what trades I've got in based on the account, I'm going to bring up the account in a minute, by the way, you don't know when the trades were taken necessarily, and that's why I'm happy to show you those trades, because you don't know when those trades were taken, and you also don't know when I've trailed my stops and stuff like that as well. So anyway, he's guesstimated that I took this trade on the 11th of the 1st, which I don't think that's when I got in. I think I got in over here on this day, actually, on my core positions. But anyway, let's just go with this anyway. Which rose to 108.25, 365 pips. It then dropped to 104.94-ish, giving back 330 odd pips before eventually hitting a close price of 106.11. But the stop reads 105. Am I missing something here? Yes, you are missing something, because bear in mind, if price comes down and then goes back up, it's after it starts going back up again that I'll trail my stop. So if on the video you've seen my stops at 105, you've got to bear in mind it probably wasn't at 105 when it was in this downwards move, because I got in down here at 104 something and I left my stops where they were, because that's how you make money from swing trading, by not tinkering with your stops. And another thing is, if you want to make money from swing trading, you hold on to your positions. If you just every time you go up 300 pips, "Oh, I've got to bank the profits. Oh my God, it's come back down 300 pips." Don't get me wrong, 300 pips is a very good move, but that's not what my targets are. So you don't know what my targets are on this trade, and so my targets are somewhere else. So I've got to hold on to my positions, and I have to sit there, and I do have to sit through drawdowns in the positions. Yes, that's right. That's what trading is. The markets don't just go in one direction for you all the time. And in fact, I think like Kim said in his response, I actually hedged my positions up here, so I actually made some money on the downside. And our traders in our trading room, please respond to this on our site as well, because the traders in our trading room know full well that I was hedging on the downside, because they see my positions on a day-to-day basis. You on the videos only get to see them once a week, obviously. So anyway, so yes, I was actually hedged and making money from the downside as well, which was quite fortuitous. It doesn't always happen that way, but it was just the way it worked out with some setups that were going on up here that I managed to hedge and make some money on the downside. So yes, I cashed in a bit on the downside. So in fact, although I was sitting through and I had banked some profits on the long side as well. So coming back to this, I had banked some profits, then shorted and made some money on the downside, then started building up new positions through some of this, and then I built up some positions during this pullback here while I was in Bangladesh, on the trip to Bangladesh, and fun enough, when I was skiing last week, I did another couple of positions on this pullback. So that's essentially what I've done. But anyway, this person seems a little bit skeptical, but anyway, he said the stop reads at 105. That's why. So if you just go on one video a week or whatever and think, oh, I'm going to really analyze what Charlie's done here, you're still not going to know, because you don't know when I've moved my stops around. So that's the thing. I think my stops are up at 105.90 now. Yeah, okay, let's bring these up. I'm going to show you. This is my live accounts here on the challenge account as we're talking here. So these are the long positions. There you go. Get a snapshot of that. It's going to mean nothing to you now, because all the stops are at 105.90 now. So it's meaningless now as to regards to all of these positions at various times might have had various stop losses. But as the markets move, then the stop losses get moved, and at some point these stops will get moved again. So forget what the Aussie dollar is. That's just a trade that I've taken intraday today, and forget what this US dollar yen is. That's an intraday trade today, and forget what this S&P position is down here. So this position here, it says 104.67. Now, before you start saying, oh my God, it's a different trade. No, it's not. Every night you get charged something called a swap charge when you're in positions. And so the way that this broker does it with me is that it adds the charge to my open price. So my open price on this was back whenever it was on the, let's go back to the, back into January, it was down here at 104, whatever it was at. I can't even remember what the open price was now. So gradually, because I've held on to that for 3 months, they're gradually adding, a pip, or whatever it is, each day. Don't start saying, oh my God, that's crazy. They add a charge each day, so that they just change my opening price. So before you start saying, oh, your opening price has changed, that's why. It's called the swap charges, and that's how they put that charge on. So anyway, so that's where we get to there. Now let's go to the next point. We've got, he says, also 105.21 longs on euro from the 3rd of March, price which rose 118 pips, then dropped 110 pips again. I might be missing the trick here, but there's some serious holding of positions. Well, that's true. You're absolutely right there. Going up hundreds of pips and then risking giving back the lot. Right, okay. I mean, look, I'm going through this quite quickly, but I'm really pleased that I've had this come through, actually, because it's the sort of thing that people might think, oh, why would you do that, risking giving back? Look, how do you ever make 1,000 pips if you're not willing to be up 300 pips and the market come back down 200 or 300 pips? You don't. You'll never make those bigger trades. And it's all relative. It's exactly the same as if you're going on a smaller time frame, going to make 100 pips. How would you ever make 100 pips if every time a trade got 30 pips in your direction, you didn't let it come back down against you? And didn't let it come back down because you were just aggressively moving your stops up, or thinking, oh my God, I'm up 30 pips, I better bank the profits. So my answer to this individual, I don't know who it is, and it's not just him, because I'm sure there'll be lots of people on the database thinking, oh my God, yeah, Charlie's been in these positions, which that core position, yes, I've been in since January. Some of these other positions I've only been in since February, and actually, and a few of these I've only been in since March. But will I allow the euro to come back down against me again? Yes, I will, because that's what makes you money in trading. That's what makes you money. As you can see, I'm now up £14,000 in open positions on that euro dollar. If I just always came out when price was going up a bit and I was up a couple of hundred pips, I would never get the account or those positions up to 14,000. So I build my positions, and now I'm up to a nice enough 800,000. So 8 lots open positions on that account. So that okay, at some point I'll be getting to my target, and then I'll be out. I'm not going to tell you what the target is. That's for our members. But there you go. It's my little bit of a rant, because it just sort of seemed that this person was hinting at not believing what I've done. But that's what happens. Market goes up and then it came down. And through all of this, I kept my stops right down here because of the things that were going on in the higher time frames, which said to me, do not move your stops up. And so I took some profit off and I shorted up here. But I only moved my stops once we'd turned around. And funny enough, I moved my stops after this day. I can tell you that now. But after this big up day, that's when I got to move my stops up. So, and I've moved my stops. Obviously, now I've moved my stops up further because price has gone higher. But there you go. Please don't try and second guess what I'm doing, because it is just a you're seeing a snapshot. You're not seeing all the intricacies. Our members see what I'm doing as I'm going along. If you really want to know what I'm doing as I'm going along, become a member and you can see all of that for yourself. Anyway, there you go. There's an answer, and I think it's a great chance for me to have a rant about holding on to trades, because it's all relative. 300 pips is a lot of pips to make, but not if that's not what your target is. Now, if I was in a different trade, 300 pips is nice. Don't get me wrong. It'd be lovely to bank £14,000 on this trade right now. But that's not what the plan is. You have to stick to your plan. So there you go. There's Charlie's Thursday rant. I'll see you tomorrow for live trading.